Working as intended.
Best Lala move ever. We're so many hours in and we're still in the Realm Reborn stuff. We're doing, what was it, Crafter class quests. Get all those finished for AR, even though I'm already like high enough level to finish probably most of the ones for Heaven's Ward. Oh yeah, there's things to do in here. Hello, our squadron has been improving by leaps and bounds, and I think it's time for the recruits to try their hands at a more challenging deployment. It's the only way they'll learn to push past their limits. One of our squadron members has reached level 20, unlocking a special promotion mission. Successfully completing the mission will increase your squadron's rank. Due to the high difficulty level, however, it is advised that you first improve your squadron members' individual attributes as much as possible. Alright. It's like, yeah, that's not happening for a while. Okay, my stats are actually pretty close. But I need more Lalafell recruits. Anyways, I think I had armor things to do. Lag. Making a nice clean map. If only I had a nice clean inventory. Hello, wishes to speak with you. What's going on? There you are. Tell me, were you able to prize anything useful out of Blanster? What did you have to say? Damping the flames in our forges. Familiar refrain, the stubborn old sod will never understand why his way is doomed to fail, not that he'd ever thought to question it. We choose not to pass on our knowledge. All the techniques and methods we've perfected over gods know how long are destined to perish along with us. Blanster bemoans the dampening of forge's flames while advocating a course which would see them extinguished altogether. And that is why I will continue to expose all of our initiates to as many facets of the craft as I can until such time as I die or am replaced. I may add that you yourself stand as a shining example of how effective this approach can be. I'll not force you, but you make the perfect champion for my cause. That said, Blanster has apparently come to much the same conclusion. He's submitted an order that asks for you by name. The order is for a single steel ingot, but being the difficult bastard that he is, he doesn't want just any steel ingot. He wants ingots the purest steel, and that'll require extra effort on your part. I'll not keep you any longer. You've work to do and a cantankerous artisan to impress. This is how you do high quality stuff. Because as a level 57 armor, I don't know how to do that. Kite Dingus, I have your pure steel ingots. You here to deliver that ingot, lass? I ain't one for idle chit-chat. Well, be impressed. Inspect it and be impressed. The weight feels right. Let's head inside and have a look, shall we? Alright. Inspection time. Haha, I knew you were up to the task last. Can't forget forged steel, much purer than that. It's common enough material, of course, and one no self-respecting armor should have any trouble working. But it's the quality of these common materials that makes the difference between crafting a workday piece and a masterpiece. No matter how shiny you polish it, your work will never be more mediocre if the stuff you make it from is second rate. I mean, how about making high quality stuff from regular quality ingredients? Anyway, I can see you've already learned that lesson. I swear every time I pass across you, twice the armor you was before. And yet, Bonanza has a talented lass like yourself, tied up after a bungling bloody novices, instead of giving you the freedom to master your craft. Makes my blood boil, it does. For our guilds to survive, it's got to be able to serve its customers' needs. Any bugger as don't contribute to keeping the roof over our heads don't deserve to work under it. I've not but respect for you. You're the kind of armor this guild needs more of. But tell me, are you really content to waste your career wiping the arses of Nanza's squalling babes? Your talent's being buried under a mountain of mediocrity, and it's high time you did something about it. As to what, well, that's for you to decide. Alright, well, I'll take your money. Don't need your gear. And experience. Alright, Nanza, let's do the next one. In a bid to quell mutinous murmurings within the guild, the Forge Masters decided to entrust you with the prestigious commission. Sure, what do you need? Well, his name is on everyone's lips. In case you didn't know, the entire guild seems to be holding its breath, waiting to see which side you'll come down on. Popular opinion is that you're ready to take up with Blanster. I have no such concerns, of course. Had you resolved this yourself from me, we would not be having this conversation. But it does not change the fact that your allegiance remains a subject of public debate, one which threatens the unity of the guild. I propose you dispel our colleagues' unfounded anxiety by demonstrating your affiliation in a manner that none may doubt or dispute. So I would have you accept the commission of a valued client on my behalf. That, I think, would serve as proof of both my faith in you and of support of the guild's present course. Tell me, how would you like to try your hand at crafting a suit of steel chainmail? The order comes from a resident of Costa del Sol, extremely wealthy and discerning gentleman who will accept nothing less than the finest quality armor. As you may imagine, his patrons of great value to the guild. I need barely add that I will not entrust this commission to an armorer in whom I had aught less than the utmost faith. The client's maidservant, Norweeb, will supply you with the finer details of the order. She should be here in the city, conducting business at the Fisherman's Guild as we speak. I'm gonna have this Relic Reborn quest for a long time. All the way to the Fisherman's Guild and the other section. Hello, Lala friend. Hello, not Lala friend. Greetings and salutations. What an honor it is to meet another of Liminsa's famed artisans. I'm sorry, commission. Oh dear, there seems to be some confusion. I write and trusted my master's commission to a veteran craftsman of your esteemed organization. You're acquainted with Blansteer? His reputation precedes him, you see, and I saw little reason to doubt that a man of his experience should be assigned the task. Oh, but I do not mean to such that you... I merely sought to justify my own misapprehension. Reasonable the situation may be, I would hesitate to shame your colleague by stripping him of commission. Given all the sterling work he has done for us in the past, I mean. Yet I can well imagine that you are loath to return to your superior empty-handed. I'm assuming the finished armor is of exceptional quality. My master will provide full remuneration regardless of the hand that forges the links. Maybe it would be best for all concerned if you discuss the matter with your fellow armorer. Making me go back and forth, huh? Alright, I'm back. Are we going to make a competition of this? See whose chainmail is better? Well, I mean... Hananza's lapdog. I heard about your little show of allegiance. I suppose Noro told you I snatched the commission from right under your nose, did she? Huh, seems we got ourselves a thorny little predicament, don't it? Well, I ain't about to hand the job back to you on a silver bleeding platter, but that don't mean I want you to give up, neither. Don't you see this perfect chance to find out who's the better armor, to see which of us has walked the path of the right and proper path? Talking about a contest of skill, girl. Whichever of us crafts the finer suit of chainmail gets the job. But remember, this bloke pays good coin for a reason. He wants the best, and he ain't about to settle for less. Not that he'll have to, of course. Your armor need to be bloody flawless to be better than mine. So our mate'll be getting his money's worth whatever happens. Once you're ready, bring your armor back here, and we'll lay it out next to mine. We've both got our pride, so I reckon we can judge the results fairly for ourselves. Looks like Mike is working on the subs. Now bugger off. Rude? That's what C said? Well... Pressure too much for you last year. We finally finished putting that chainmail together. Take a look at this piece of work. Inspect it. Right then, let's have a look, shall we? Off to the inspection table. Or I guess the inspection dummy. By Baragut's beard! Where'd you learn to forge links like that? It's bloody perfect. Ralgrim himself would struggle to stick a dagger through that steel. And look at that luster. Strength and beauty in equal goddamn measure. Hananza should be praising the builder for dropping a gift like yourself in her lap. You won fair and square. I'll not bother you to lecture you no more. I'll take your beauteous bloody chainmail to Norway myself and let her know that who it was that has crafted it. That's an old tradition amongst armorers. In case you didn't know, the loser of these contests gets the job of delivering the victor's goods. Bah! Gloat while you can, lass. You just joined Hananza at the top of my list. This ain't over, not by a long shot. I feel like unlike most pricks in the crafting stuff I've done so far, this guy's still a stand-up dude, because he's still doing it to keep the guild alive. He's just a little misguided. What he says has merit, and he has respect for me. Therefore, I'll have respect for him. Wishes to assign you a new commission. Greetings, I hear word you bested Blansteer in an armorer's contest of skill, an impressive feat, and one of which you should be proud, but I'm afraid you've made a most troublesome enemy, for he is both persistent and vindictive. As you well know, I speak from bitter experience on that matter. Rather than dwell, why don't you two just get married already? Rather than dwell on this pleasant rivalry, however, I would have you focus on your craft. Remember your hammer and pliers, there's much more to do. Master Linsgath over at the Bismarck has commissioned a new steel frying pan, and as one might expect the head of the Culinarians Guild, he accepts only the finest of wares. Now, compared to pounding out thick protective plates of armor, cooking utensils, being generally smaller and lighter, require a somewhat more delicate touch. You must bring all of your concentration to bear, lest you risk ruining the entire piece with a single misplaced blow. In light of recent events, which have you no doubt left your mind scattered, I believe a task that fully engages your faculties will prove beneficial. Let us not keep Master Linsgath waiting. To the forge with you. I mean, you just present it right away. Where is that fry pan? It's true that you have... Is it true that you no longer some rank novice, but do you not think your posterior is safe from the toe of my boot if you choose to dither and dally? Well, I didn't dither and dally. I was actually crafted all of the stuff beforehand. Truly another consummate work. I can find no flaw with its weight or balance, and it is not so heavy as to be a struggle to lift. It remains sturdy enough to endure the frantic pace of the Bismarck's kitchens. I trust at this juncture that you can comprehend in full my earlier warning. To produce a fry pan of this quality would most certainly have required your undivided attention, and I can tell this item received just that. The consistency of the metal thickness is all the evidence one needs. This type of precision should not be undervalued. In the case should the fry pan be poorly forged, the heat of its cooking surface will be uneven, and such flaws are unacceptable to an exacting culinarian such as Master Lingzath. Even the sturdiest of utensils, however, rarely last him more than a few seasons. It'll struggle to find armorers who can meet his demanding specifications when he turns to our guild for replacements. I had long intended to assign this commission to you, but your encounter with Blanster had me doubting your ability to concentrate. This is one of those rare occasions when I am happy to be proven wrong. So I don't get a boot in the ass. Your uncompromising attention to detail continues to be an inspiration to your colleagues. And speaking of details, there is one that remains untended, delivering this fry pan into Master Lingsath's hands. I trust you do not need directions to the Culinarian Guild. That's right, because I'm already a Master Culinarian. I've already made him appreciative and happy. I wish there was a right thing here. Is there some lore as to why there isn't one there? Why, hello there! Come to deliver me the new fry pan? Yep, here you go. Well now, ain't she a beauty? With this pan I'll be able to whip up all sorts of dishes and not fret about burning the middle or undercooking the edges. You say this was your work? Only the Forge Master herself has ever been able to make utensils that I consider worthy of the Bismarck. Seems like I finally got me another craftsman I can trust. You're welcome in my kitchen anytime, lass. Alright. Done. Now we'll go all the way back. Hello! Announcement has an announcement for you. What's up? I hope you're feeling competitive, because Blaster has submitted a formal challenge. It seems he needs to recover the pride you cost him with your precious victory. He is an overgrown, sulky child who sees his fellow colleagues as not more than rivals. In his tiny world, all that matters is who is the best, who is the brightest, who is the most able to provide immediate value to the guild. Now, I would be lying if I said I did not also take such factors into account. You all know my demand for excellence, but the methods we take to reach it differ vastly. Master would run a guild of exclusion, one in which an adventurer like yourself would have been unwelcome. The lack of sense in that is clear. He may be my equal in skill and technique, but it is this narrow perspective that weighed the balance between him and our contest for the guild master's chair. I won and he lost. That simple fact plays an enormous role in the enmity that now lies between us, and I'm certain that past defeat is no small part of the fuel that fuels Blanster's present desire to prove himself you're better. I regret that the ridiculous feud has drawn you into its bitter maw, but if it means seeing that stubborn old dodo put in his place, then I'm just childish enough to encourage you to accept. Master White's in his usual haunt. Go to him and show him you steel to pick up the gauntlet he's thrown down. Sure. Best of 3. I was like, I win. I have just about enough of Nanza's common ways. She's raised in a generation of slackjaws that look like armors but ain't fit to wipe the soot from a proper craftsman's backside. Before you know it, folk will start losing trust in the trade itself. Years of pride and tradition are crumbling dust around our feet. Of course, ever since you bested me in a little competition, the words don't carry the weight they once did. Seems like I've got to take you down a few pegs before I can start putting things right. The world needs to know that old Blaster is not to be beaten by one of Nanza's lot, even if it were her prize pup. We'll still this the old-fashioned way, 3-round contest skill. There's no point in dragging this out, so let's get straight to the challenge for the first round. The finest mithril cuirass you can forge. Since I'll be choosing the tasks, we'll leave this appraisal of our work to a precious forge master. I'll be taking my armor to her directly. Once you've shown Nanza your own curse and heard her decision, you bring the piece to me so I can see it for myself. Alright. More back and forth. Also, from your speech right there, I like you less. Stop being a dick. Alright, Blanster has already been here to submit. Wow, that was fast. His work for appraisal, you have mithril. You have one prepared, I trust? Yes. Here you go. Take a look. Is it good? This is good craftsmanship, and it seems the pressures of this challenge have done naught to cloud Dry's ordeal. In fact, you may have produced your finest piece yet. It superior to Blanster's in every respect. You think me biased? Yes, it is true that I despise that self-centered windbag, but I mean to judge this contest fairly, and the Rogadin's armor was indeed forged with his customary quality. But it's thus that the brilliance of your cuirass shines all the more brightly for improving on the work of a master artisan. Mithril is a notoriously difficult material to shape, yet see the gloss of these plates. Not a single imperfection to mar the surface. I've cast an eye over many pseudo-armor, but it's refreshing to know that I can still be impressed. The first round goes to you. I wished I could be there to see Blaster weep when you show him the masterpiece you have created. Alright, go make the dick cry. So now it shows your armor over mine, did she? Surprise, surprise. Come then, let's see this bloody work of art. Sure, take a look. Well, you've not been neglecting your craft, that much is certain. I can't rightly disagree with their decision, but the next round will be a different story. You can be sure of that. Alright, well. Next round. What do we got going on here? Wishes to relay to you Lancer's next challenge. Sure. There's no defeat in the challenge from the second round of your contest. Defeat in the first round has humbled him not a whit, it seems. You may have gained an early lead, but keep your focus sharp. As I said before, complacency can be your downfall, and a man like Lancer is most dangerous when his pride is on the line. According to the wishes of our vindictive veteran, for the next round, you craft several items, and you must do so within a reasonable time frame to reflect the pressures of an actual commission. He fails to mention what he considers to be reasonable, so I suggest you work with dispatch. Challenge requires you to forge a pair of mithril, all sorts of mithril stuff, reinforced elmo, and solarets, all of the finest possible quality. Naturally, every one of these items requires an abundance of mithril ore. See how he deliberately chooses the same materials before, such as Blanchard's confidence in ability and his certitude that he cannot be beaten twice under similar conditions. This is your chance to unravel that obnoxious self-assurance and end his contest with a second-round victory. If anyone can quench the fury of that insufferable Aurochs Monica, it is you. Bring your submissions to me once you have satisfied with your forging. Take no shortcuts. I expect you to see armor of unsurpassed quality. Well, I've already done. Do you have the pieces? All the best quality. Yes. There you go. Inspect, please. Do I win this round too? Tickle me Elmo. Well done, your work is flawless. I would declare you victor this very moment, except I need you to relinquish this armor to the guild. As for why it concerns a potentially dire loss of trust and reputation. What? Do you recall the time you added one of our novices with an order to bronze hoplets? Well, I'm afraid young Swithin has failed to deliver once more. He has improved much in his craft, spurred on as he was by your example, but again the lad accepted a commission he could not hope to honor, and one does not break a promise made to the maelstrom. I could drop full responsibility for his failure onto Swithin's unreliable shoulders and cast him out of the guild, but what worth is a guild that does not to support its own members when they truly need it? Blanster is a harsh man, but not entirely without reason. If you explain the circumstances, he may grant you a few extra days to forge your submission anew. What say you, Monica? Will you yield your work to the guild? Alright, sure. What happens if we say no? Come over here and show some gratitude. That's right, beg. I don't want to repay you for seeing my neck again. I'll never forgive myself. It cost you your victory over Blanster. The compassion you and your Forge Master have shown me this day will not be squandered, this I promise you. I'll work twice as hard, 3 times even. We're in your debt. I'll arrange to have these pieces delivered to the Maelstrom Quartermasters immediately. Meanwhile, you'll hear over Blanster and explain the delay in your submission. He's gonna be like, nope, my victory. You better not squander this favor there, Swithin. What's this now? You let the guild have your armor to make up a missed order? What'd I tell you? Those fumble-fingered parasites beholding you back at every turn. You was meant to honor the terms of our contest no matter the circumstance. Now you neither the gear you crafted show for your effort, nor the time to forge a new submission. This round goes to me. I'd grant you this ain't the kind of victory a man looks for, but rules last, and failure comes with consequence. So I want you to hear. I don't want to hear no excuse for the final round. You just bring your best work to the table, and we'll let the results stand for themselves. I'm gonna win this battle, and you're gonna change your ways. Yo, we should speak with you regarding Blanster's final challenge. I must thank you again for sacrificing your time and effort to help our guild that order for the Maelstrom. Please us to not to fail clients such as they, no matter the reason, but as is our fate, we are rarely afforded respite from the flames of the Forge. I've recently been informed that Admiral Merwood will be inspecting various organizations, our own Armorers Guild included, and their roles in promoting Limsa's trade with the East. The impressions made during this inspection will have a direct influence on whom the Maelstrom chooses as a provider of its equipment and other sundry supplies. Blanster's usual arrogant matter has proposed that we seize this opportunity to have the Admiral herself serve as arbiter for the final round of your contest. I can imagine how that bastard would grow if you were able to if you were to suffer defeat before the commander of Limsa's Grand Company. The current such a public fail would lend to his arguments would spell the end of the guild as we know it. You must not allow this to come to pass. Since this third and final challenge changes on your ability to forge what might need to be the most exquisite cobalt armor in the realm, and as you'd expect it is one of the more demanding pieces of armor the student our discipline can accept. While I harbor not the slightest doubt that you will produce one of surpassing quality, let us tip the scales in your favor by augmenting it with materia. A high design materia of the 3rd grade should do the trick. Once the armor is complete, deliver it to Sergeant Zwinberg at Hawker's Round, and he will see it pass along to the Admiral. That armor, how would you pronounce it? Haubergen? Haubergen. Over to the store alley. Wait for him to load in. There he is. Hello. Now you have a cobalt Haubergen for me? Then it would not do to keep Admiral Merle waiting. Alright, here you go. Consider your submission accepted. I think you'll enjoy the Admiral's methods of appraisal. Shoot it. Inspection time. Serious inspection time. What's up, weeb? This is the final round contest. The final round contest will decide victory or defeat. May the best armorer win. Admiral, who are these gentlemen? Where are the mannequins? I find little can be learned from instantly lifeless models, so I've decided to take a different tack. My men here will wear your armor submissions instead. I see, do you intend them to take on varying poses for your inspection? In a manner of speaking, we wish to determine the quality of the armor, do we not? I prefer the direct approach. Direct approach? Smash. What kind of appraisal is this? You really that surprised? No finer way to test your gear than heated battle. Using flesh and blood warriors is hardly necessary. What are the risks of injury? Injury? Huh. Armor is built to withstand far worse than this. If those blokes get hurt by them oversized hatches, then I ain't got no business being here. You agree on that score, don't you, Monica? Are they fine? Oh, it appears your claims of excellence are more than empty boasts. Let's raise the stakes, shall we? You go too far. Such expensive equipment is of little use to us if it cannot stop a bullet. And why is there always a siren in the background when I'm trying to watch a cutscene? Unless you think me careless, my men were never in any real danger. I quite carefully inspected the sturdiness of both Haubergens before we began. You are not the only one with an eye for quality, dear Forge Master. In any case, it appears we have a winner. Ow! Injury! I don't believe it, the shot punched through our legs. What's so damn different between your armor and mine? My armor's better than yours. Perhaps the reason you cannot answer that question, armor, is the reason you just lost to your colleague. Bloody hells. This was the most educational and entertaining experience. When Maelstrom next finds himself in need of replacement equipment, I believe I know just the sort of armor to whom we shall turn. Take it easy, weeb. Congratulations! It was a close contest, but you struck a telling blow here today nonetheless. Hooray! Dude's gonna reconsider his life choices. Once he realizes his folly, it would be best for you to seek him out and learn where he now stands. Alright, give him encouragement. Yesterday's foe is today's friend. Hashtag Toho. Hey dude, you depressed? Come to see me beaten and broken, have you? You made a bloody fool out of me. I made a fool of myself. I was just too thick-headed stubborn to see it coming. I reckon I ought to steer clear of guild business for a time, get me some distance think of all this. But you tell that harpy Nanza that she better not let this place fall to pieces. I'll still be watching. All finished. Praise me. How very like Monster to have the last word. At least now he seems to have grasped the idea that his way is not as absolute as he believed. After all, the greatest source of innovation is found in our connection with others. For instance, did you know that kobold was the original pronunciation of cobalt? You'll soon trade with those beastmen miners that we first encountered and subsequently refined the use of cobalt ore. Without such contact, it is unlikely that our armory forged for the last round of your contest would even exist today. There's only so much an armorer can achieve on her own. It is mutual respect and a healthy dose of friendly rivalry that truly spurs the improvement of a craft. Lancer's gravest mistake was to see his rivals as enemies. By walling himself off from his peers, he denied himself the knowledge of techniques which you were grateful enough to receive. His defeat was inevitable. And it was your determination and skill that taught him the dangers of stagnation. You embody everything I stand for, and the guild is richer for your presence. Alright, thanks. I'll take money though, because I don't need any of this stuff. My gear's already better. This concludes the armorer quests. Not even an achievement. I guess we'll go to, I don't know, Alda next? Alright, head on over to Sexual Harassment Guild. Like, this is the no combat episode, just back and forth doing crafting shit. Hello! Serendipity requires your assistance with a dire matter. I was just hoping that you'd come by. You see, something's happened to Gigi. Recently started acting strangely, even by his usual standards. I believe I've determined the cause. It's quite complicated, but to put it simply, he's breaking down. I can handle the repairs, but I need to count on you for something. I need to make an ingot of silver. Not any ingot of silver, mind you, but a high-quality one. It may seem daunting, but I have every confidence that you can handle this task. Here's how you do high-quality stuff. Well, guess what? All done. Here you go, inspect it. This is perfect. It looks exactly like the steel ingot. I can fix Gigi with this, I'm sure of it. Gigi. Silver ingot, gah. Forced to accept aid from Greenhorn. So humiliating. Poor Gigi, he's like a completely different person. What? Not that different than usual, you say? Well, it may seem that, but I can assure you that he's quite out of sorts. Anyway, silver was historically prized for its beauty. Ancient peoples even believed it to possess magical properties. When they not completely understand the natural process involved, they were in fact correct. It's difficult to explain to someone without an extensive background in the relevant fields, but let's just say that silver is really, really good at channeling aether. For this reason, silver is the material choice for making of Mammoth's precision parts. Thankfully, the components responsible for Gigi's erratic behavior is within my ability to craft. But God forbid that his core should ever be damaged. His foreshadowing. Oh, the core? It's like, well, it's everything that makes Gigi himself. His memories, his personality, his soul, really. When he was first built over a century ago, he knew nothing, but by assisting Guildmaster after Guildmaster, he's come to possess more wisdom and experience than any living goldsmith. That knowledge and the gentle soul that carries it are our guild's greatest treasures. I take it you didn't realize just how irreplaceable he is. Believe me, it's been a great comfort having him around. And thanks to you, we can continue to rely on his counsel. Even though he's kind of a dick. Wasn't he being kind of a dick to you earlier? A long, long time ago when I did the level 20 quest? Alright, next quest. Someone needs your help to resolve an unfortunate situation. Something awful's happened. It's Gigi. Instead of behaving better, he's acting even worse. Charlie Merchant was here not a bell ago to discuss a potential contract with us. In the midst of negotiations, Gigi commented on the man's jewelry, claiming such laundry baubles are beneath even a limson whore. Unsurprisingly, the man became quite upset and stormed off. Our members understand that Gigi can be a harsh critic, but this foreign gentleman in Roloton was visiting us for the first time. I remember a guild member we might have overlooked the incident, but he was a potential business partner. God, this is a disaster for the guild. You must make it up to him. Can you help me? Before Gigi offended him, we were discussing a bulk order of malachite earrings. By way of apology, I'd like to gift Roloton a pair of these. The finest we can craft. If the gods are good, he will forgive us for the incident. You're one of our best, so I'd like you to craft the earrings. When they are ready, please present them to me for inspection. Well, guess what? Get ready to inspect them. All done. Take a look at my craftsmanship. Such rich, vibrant green. Even I couldn't have done a better job of cutting the stones. So it being relatively commonplace, malachite is quite sought after owing to its supposed power to ward off evil. Pieces bearing swirls that resemble an eye are especially popular. Superstitious notwithstanding, it does indeed have some mild thaumaturgical properties. I must say, I think you really outdone yourself. I pray that Roloton will feel the same. That's definitely a Lalafell name. Much as I would like to apologize in return, I'm not sure he would be willing to hear me out, so I would like you to deliver the earrings. Before I left, Roloton mentioned that he had other business to conduct in the Ruby Road Exchange. Chances are you'll find him there. Alright, more delivery quests. They're all going to be the usual people doing the Manderville in front of the Aetherite, like there always is. Yep. I don't know when that became a thing, but it's been a thing for a while now. Hi Lala, apology? Oh god, it's not a guild goldsmith, let me make myself clear. I just wanted to discuss a potential partnership. I don't know what I've done to offend your guildmaster and her assistant, but I understand that I am no longer welcome. Now please, leave me in peace. Have this gift. Really, I don't want to hear it, just leave me. By the 12, I've never seen such fine craftsmanship! From Mistress Serendipity, I'm speechless. I never imagined the guildmaster would go so far as to personally craft... Wait, you're the one that crafted these, not the fair guildmaster? The gods do indeed work in mysterious ways. I don't believe I properly introduced myself. I'm Roboton, traveling entrepreneur. I go where opportunity beckons, buying for a guild and selling for two. Long I've wandered the realm in search of fine accessories as well as talented goldsmiths who craft them, and you are precisely the sort of artisan I endeavor to meet. I would be honored if you allowed me to purchase more of the fine merchandise. Permit me to sell your wares, and we will both be wealthy in no time. And for my impetuousness, you are a guild goldsmith. I must go through the proper channels. Very well, I'll meet with Mr. Serendipity once more. Please give my card to your guildmaster and inform her that I shall contact her again to resume contract negotiations, just without that idiot nearby. I'm back, and we got the contract. We're going for some maintenance on Gigi. I'm not sure if I fixed the problem or if there was even a problem to begin with. But what about Roboton? Did you find him? Yes, calling card. This is wonderful news. Not only is he desires a business partnership with even more than before. I know it's right to count on you. There's something about your work that moves people, something that touches the soul. It's a gift and it can't be taught much as I wish it could. No, you've always had it in you. And as you grow more skilled, you only become better at expressing it. I'm certain that was part of Roboton's decision, since we know he'll request your services when he next visits. You'd best work hard until the time comes. Alright, well, more money and more quests. So I'm just quite pleased to see you. I've been waiting for you. Remember Roboton, the merchant from whom you made those exquisite earrings? He paid a visit not long ago, hoping to find you present. I mean, I didn't see him drop by. In fact, he was positively heartbroken that he couldn't speak with you in person. It's hard to believe he was once so furious with us. It's as if that unfortunate incident never happened at all. Pertaining to the matter at hand, Roboton has commissioned you to craft a firebrand, one of peerless quality, of course. When finished, I must say, evaluate your work. It's not that I don't trust your craftsmanship, but Roboton is an important client to say the least. Alright, we'll inspect it. It's all done. Here you go. High quality. Is Gigi going to interfere? Hi. Alright, Gigi, I know this is your first evaluation in a long while, but I'm sure you can handle it. Inspection. Firebrand. Burn, burn, make it burn them. Gigi is the one true lord of the inferno. No, Gigi, no. What did I tell you? No fires. Please forgive him. I might have knocked something loose when performing maintenance earlier. Shouldn't I do the maintenance? I'm certain it's nothing important, really. Other than the occasional outbursts, he's been relatively stable. Well, for Gigi, anyway. Ah, yes, the scepter. I must say that you've once again done a marvelous job. I'm particularly impressed by how well you set the Eye of Fire into the scepter. This gemstone is a focal point of design, both aesthetically and practically speaking. It is what allows Stormshires to channel the ethereal energies within. And it's what transforms the piece from common instrument of death into a stunning work of art. Any veteran Thaumaturge would doubtless be satisfied with both quality and efficacy of the firebrand. I just know Roboton would be happy to receive it. I say we give him the gift that keeps on giving. I say we give him the gift of fire. Gigi, there will be absolutely no gift giving on my watch. Have I made myself clear? You silly mammet. You can leave the rest to me. I'll see that Roboton receives your firebrand and nothing else. Like a fiery death. So when do I fix him? Alright, next quest. Somebody has another commission for me. Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know that Gigi is completely back to normal. Why? When Roboton was here not too long ago, he only had to contend with Gigi's traditional repertoire of insults. You know what I mean? I'm sure that Roboton was a hopeless fool, that he was completely devoid of artistic sensibility, that he smelt of rolling berries, that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, it was still terribly distressing, but at least there was no more talk of fires. Anyway, as for why Roboton was here in the first place, he wished to commission you once more, this time for a horn staff. Goes without saying that he desires a staff of the highest quality, so please bear that in mind before you present your work to me for inspection. Good luck. All done. Yes, I've already finished. Take a look. Miso horny staff. Horn staff. Aha, so this is Greenhorn staff. You are improving. Perhaps Greenhorn has finally outgrown her title. I must think of a more suitable one, something that acknowledges your recent growth, but still conveys disdain for the majority of your work. That's extremely high praise. At least I think it is. But there is one thing that I can say with certainty. This particular mission has made it even easier than usual to evaluate growth. After all, the firebrand you made before required you to work with many of the same materials. This is a perfect opportunity to see how your technique has improved since then. Although both were carved from all gold horn and adorned with fire, I would say that this staff is much more refined by comparison. The wolf fangs flying from the tip are the coup de grace, not only strengthening the thaumaturgical properties of the weapon, but also improving the wielder's ability to cut an opposing figure. That's important. Why don't you deliver this commission to Rotan at the Ruby Road Exchange personally? It's been a while since you last met, so I'm sure he'd be happy to see you. He gets to associate with the Goldsmith Guild with 100% less insults. Hello, why, Monica, you're a hard woman to find. As it happens, I had the commission for you. Mr. Somebody has the details, or would you prefer that I tell you? I mean, I'm already done. Here you go. You already crafted the horn staff? Beg your pardon, I had no idea. Appreciate that you came to deliver it. I was dreading the inevitable encounter with that irrepressible mammet. Don't misunderstand, it's not that I'm offended. On the contrary, his assessment of my ability is harsh but fair. He reminds me that I have much more to learn before I can call myself a connoisseur of the fine arts. And in times like these, ignorance can be a fatal failing, especially if the rumors sweeping the markets are to be given credence. Surely you've heard them as well, the talk of the Jade Fox? The legendary thief has come to old at last, a master of disguise whose identity is a complete mystery. There is but one thing on which everyone can agree, that his lust for fine jewelry is insatiable. You must understand why a merchant like me would feel ill at ease. There is no greater enemy to the industrious businessman than a dastardly thief who would steal his wares without compunction. Unifel Goldsmith should take care. In fact, it would not surprise me in the slightest that Jade Fox would return his attention toward you. Alright, Rotan is now much more horny. Another commission complete. Welcome back. I hope the staff was to Rotan's satisfaction. Congratulations, job well done. Oh, before you go, I've recently been informed that a dangerous thief has come to Aldan that we Goldsmith might be the target of his... What? You've already heard about the Jade Fox? Well, no, aren't we well informed? Anyway, I must urge you to be cautious when dealing with new customers. Jade Fox may disguise as one attempt to defraud you. And as for the guild, rest assured that I'll personally scrutinize anyone who seeks to commission our goldsmith, and I am an excellent judge of character. What was that? Did I just hear you snicker? And I thought you respected your kind and lovely guildmaster. Also, was that foreshadowing? I'm gonna give it to the wrong person. Desperate need of your assistance. We have a mountain of commissions to fill. It's because upcoming gala to celebrate the Sultana's name day. Anyone has received an invitation, all of them intend to be seen wearing the finest garments and jewelry. Some of our more popular requests have been for headwear, and that's where I like your help. Especially, we need 3 electrum circlets of the highest quality possible. 1 with amber, 1 with spinel, and 1 with zircon. You can handle that, can't you? And if you're at all curious as to why I'm giving you this particular commission, it's from Rotan, your biggest fan. He's acting as the middleman for many of our transactions, you see. I knew he was ambitious, but never expected him to rise to prominence so quickly. He's become talk of Alden high society, well, with his impressive knowledge of the fine arts and his talent for obtaining anything his customers desire. Of course, what most are aware of his talent is largely dependent on yours. In case you've yet to realize it is your creations that have helped him to build his reputation. You haven't let him down once, so don't make this the first time. Be the best goldsmith you can be and bring me the circus when you're ready. What? Encouragement. Alright, well, here's your circlets. When you really bring them here, I'll take a look. Here you go. All of them. Done. Inspection time. Electrum circlets. I will not bore you with flattery, Greenhorn. I will simply state that you did well. Thanks. If you will not permit Gigi to fill your head with materia, then he will not deign to fill it with praise, fate or otherwise. That's awfully petty of you. These circlets don't deserve more than that. Take this one set with amber. Now, amber isn't a gemstone in the traditional sense since it's composed of fossilized resin and not a mineral. As a result, it requires different techniques to bring out its true potential. But he managed to do just that, creating a piece which is both pleasing to the eye and beneficial to the wearer, especially one who wishes to more effectively channel his earth magics. In contrast to the natural varments of amber, the zircon and the circlet imparts a sense of wisdom and worldliness. Of course, it also improves one's affinity with ice aspect at Aether. Now that I think about it, zircon is not unlike ice, in that the presence of impurities can radically alter its appearance. As for circlet set with spinel, I would say it strikes me as a symbol of confidence and power, though perhaps I'm not saying that because I know that spinel is elementally aspected to lightning. You brought out the best in your materials and crafted these 3 different yet equally magnificent circlets. I'll go so far as to say that you've attained a level of skill rivaling that of our best goldsmiths. All that's left for you is to head to the Ruby Road Exchange and deliver them to Rotan. Actually, I take that back. There is one more thing you should probably attend to. Do you remember our friend from the Sultan's Sworn, Robert? He was just here asking to speak with you. I must confess I'm somewhat jealous of this special attention, in case he should be returning at any moment, so perhaps you'll find him outside. I have no idea what's on his mind, but you might as well speak with him before making your delivery. Secrets and lies, secrets and lies. The man is not more than a miserable pile of secrets and lies. Please, Gigi, show some restraint. I know you dislike Rotan, but this is too much. You must learn to treat our customers with respect. This kind of behavior is inexcusable. Don't concern yourself with him. Pray give me my regards to Rivalry and Robert. I can't remember this quest line. Is Rivalry the actual dick? Yo, what's up, Bobby? I'm glad to finally found you. I understand that helping Mr. Somebody with some of the orders for the Sultan's name day celebration. Now you must be busy, so I'll get to the point. Somewhere I've learned that the Jade Fox, notorious thief, may be plotting to infiltrate the festivities and rob our distinguished guests. Will not allow this to happen, of course. However, that individual thief has yet to be determined. Then we decided to discreetly investigate several of our guests, including your patron, Rotan. He has no ties to the 77 caravans or any other major trade organization. You can find no relatives, and his activities prior to this arrival in the city are unknown. You met with the so-called merchant several times and filled numerous commissions for him, have you not? Yet originally has shared little, if any, personal information. Can you honestly say that you know the man? I tell you this because if he is indeed the Jade Fox, I fear you may be a part of his plans. Do not turn your back on him, Monica. Alright. Danger. This is the Talking to Asshole Quest People episode. Hello, Lola friend. Always a pleasure to see you. Have you brought the circlets? Yes. Take a look. They're pretty. They're spectacular. No one who wears these works of art will be the toast of old, I guarantee it. I'm quite unusual. Is something troubling you? Are you the Jade Fox? By 12, I never realized you had such a delightful sense of humor. I almost thought you serious. Because I so deeply respect that you as an artisan, I shall be perfectly honest. I confess that I am not exactly the dedicated entrepreneur that I claim to be. The truth, I am a man besotted with the trappings of the material world. I wander the realm in search of artistic masterpiece, not as a businessman, but as an altruist. Some men covet and hoard these treasures, but I would sooner share mine with my fellow man. I goes for to say that I consider this my sacred duty, which is why I'm absolutely thrilled to have discovered a talented goldsmith like you. As a purveyor of luxury goods, I couldn't have asked for a better supplier. Since the conversation remained between us in this city, it's unbecoming for a merchant to have any motive other than profit, you know. Other Lalafells are pricks, that's what he's saying. It's all about that money. I'm back. Welcome back. I'll ask you for a long time to approve of your circles, but I have no reason to believe he didn't. By the way, I spoke with Robert after you left. He told me that the rumor that the Jade Fox might target Sultan's name day celebration. It's rumor that the rogue would even consider ruining a royal gala. Gods, what is the world coming to? I hope Robert catches a fiend and personally teaches him a lesson. Let's not dwell on that, shall we? A name day should be a happy occasion. I'm sure that everything will turn out for the best. Somehow I think something is going to go wrong. He appears to be extremely tired. Perhaps you should inquire as to why. Oh, good evening. It's been a long... Wait, what day is it? It's been so busy on account of the Sultan's name day celebration that I haven't had time to get a good night's sleep. Or any sleep, for that matter. Don't worry about me, though. I'm fine. See, perfectly awake, perfectly fine. But seeing you here reminds me that I had a very important commission for you. Sultan wants you to craft a ring intends to present to the Sultana herself. This sort of opportunity that comes about once in a lifetime. Your jewelry might be worn by Her Royal Majesty Namo herself. You see, at the celebration, all the standard gifts will be presented to her at once in a grand ceremony, and he gets his gift receives special recognition is sure to of great fame and fortune. The Sultan was adamant that you be the one to craft his gift. He said he could only accept the work of all this premier goldsmith. After discussing the matter at length, he decided on a flawless black pearl ring as a present. Additionally, he would take it to be melded with materia as a finishing touch. Since you use a piety materia, that would give you the Sultan incentive to select it. Though we don't want to give the impression she needs it, so perhaps you should use an average grade, say 3. Given the importance of this commission, Rotan has agreed to pick it up in person, so I will contact him when you have prepared the ring. Well, guess what? It's already prepared. Remember, you must also meld it. Well, already melded. Thanks for the information, Google. This is fabulous. I'll let Rotan know at once. It's more beautiful than I could ever imagine. The color, the shape, the luster. This is a ring fit for royalty. I knew I was right to trust in you. Then we'll surely meet with her Grace's approval. Stop right there. This mummer's farce ends now. What is the meaning of this? Think you're clever. You've seen through your lies and know that you really are the Jade Fox. No, is this dude the Jade Fox? Is this true? Have you been deceiving us all this time? I'm afraid so, my dear, but it's over now, and not a moment too soon. The Charlatan is planning to rob the guests of the name day celebration, and maybe even the Sultana herself. That's ridiculous. I don't have to listen to these wild accusations. I'm afraid I must ask you to give me that ring as evidence as the crimes. It will be returned to you once this trial is complete. Don't do it! He'd be like, no, don't do it! You don't believe me, Monica. I'm innocent, I tell you. Innocent. We'll see how long you can maintain this facade once they've put you in a cell. I'm taking you to Captain Genlin's. But Genlin's trusts me. Let me handle it. Secrets and lies, secrets and lies. He takes him to death and sorrow, to Pearl Lane. I still can't believe that Otan was a Jade Fox. Can you? Gigi, where are you? Egazmonk, I think he might have run off on his own. I heard him running something about Pearl Lane. You should try searching for him there first. No, stop this injustice. Lala lives matter. Now I'm gonna get cancelled for that comment. Found the real culprit. Shenanigans. Spoopy. Secrets and lies, secrets and lies. Back away from the Lalafell, you cur. Well, if this is the mammet, you're an awfully long way from home. Gigi, what are you doing here? Why did you run away? Deceiver, trickster, this man is no Sultan Sworn. What are you saying? Robert is a J-Fox. Mr. Serendipity, listen to your assistant. You know it to be true. Robert, tell me it isn't so. Tell me this is all a misunderstanding. Everyone take a deep breath and calm down. There's no reason this needs to end in bloodshed. This is when the Sultan Sworn use guns. My god, it's true. You really are the Jade Fox, aren't you? You have an overdeveloped sense of justice, little one. It's going to get you into trouble someday. As for you and me, my dear Centipede, I think we were well past the point of introductions. Believe me when I say that I'm just as disappointed as you are. I had hoped we would become more intimately acquainted before this identity outlived its usefulness. Alas, I cannot bear to forsake an opportunity of this magnitude, one that Rotan here was kind enough to provide. Boop! Bah, meddlesome contraption. No, Gigi! You son of a... Oh, fucking headbutt! Best Lala move ever. That's good. That should be the screen cap for this episode. Big fucking Lalafell headbutt. Ring. No, Gigi's twitching. Gigi. Gigi, no. Twitch, twitch. You can fix him, can't you? You saved my life. Do you need money for parts? I'll pay anything. You can even sell the ring I commissioned. It's not a matter of money. I think this core might be irreparably damaged. It was made over 100 years ago with techniques that have long since been forgotten. If it has failed, then he is forever lost to us. I detest that ridiculous hairstyle. You must... No, Gigi! Gigi! What are you doing with that ring? You can't seriously be suggesting that. Use the ring for the new core. Gigi's fine. Black Pearl ring. God, this is by far the worst piece Greenhorn has ever crafted. Its very existence defends me. I feel violated, so violated. Gigi, you've come back to us. It's a miracle. Hooray! Gigi gets hugs. Surprisingly strong Lalafell headbutt. Seemingly what has happened. First I thought, oh, that was the Jade Fox, and turned out to be Robert. He must have sensed something strange about him before. I can't help but think back on all those times he ranted about secrets and lies. Somebody speaking of Rotan, but now I realize he meant Robert. Oh, if only I had listened more closely to his words. That would have made a fool out of me, what with his dashing good looks, his piercing gaze, his broad shoulders. But we got him, Monica. He'll never again terrorize the good people of Ul'dah. I'm sure you're worried about Gigi. Allow me to put your fears to rest. In spite of your reckless attempt to repair him, there was no permanent damage. Indeed, when you began fumbling around with his components and attempted to shove that ring inside him, I was absolutely terrified. Thankfully, though, through sheer strength of will, Gigi overcame his injuries, and it's all thanks to your ring. Gigi's eyes, your ring was so poorly wrought that it filled him with an overwhelming disgust. You reminded him of his purpose by creating focus for his grand disdain, and in so doing you helped him to regain his senses. Isn't that wonderful? That's not all I want to tell you. When I was examining Gigi earlier, I discovered something extraordinary. He's by far the oldest mammoth we have here, having been constructed by one of our former guild masters over a century ago. In fact, I'm the 19th guild master he has assisted according to records. But records didn't contain was his original name, which was so faintly inscribed upon his core that it went unnoticed until now. Gigi is Nejing Monica, the first mammoth ever built, and the mammoth whose design on which all others are based. Of course, I have no intention of telling him. The knowledge would make him insufferably arrogant. Anyway, please accept my sincerest thanks, and though Gigi would be loath to admit it, I'm sure deep down he's grateful to you as well. Oh, in the future, please don't attempt to repair a mammoth until you have at least learned the basics of their construction. Alright, Goldsmith concluded. And level up. Level 59. Huh, upgrade. Are you ready, Weaver? That velveteen dress. Hello, Rose. Need of your assistance yet again. It's indeed an unfortunate development. Think Namiya here. I need your help. The entire guild is presently engaged in dealing with a sudden deluge of orders. Amongst them was a commission for a bespoke dress, all aspects of which I had intended to handle personally. Last night I just had this moment received yet another request, this time from her Grace, which must naturally take precedence. Since you have some experience engaging with customers, I would send you to speak with the client Baba Y in my stead. We had arranged to meet in the Gold Court later this... where has the time gone? We arranged to meet now. Baba will be bringing his daughter Kokomo, for whom the dress is intended. Be sure to speak to her as well. Obvious Lala names. Hey people! And who might you be? I was under the impression I would be meeting with the Guildmaster. Well, it's a little matter, I suppose, provided the famous Renlin Rosewell still intends to design my daughter's dress. As for what manner of dress, simply put, I'll not have my Kokomo garbed in common cotton. Jeweler's daughter must be refined, resplendent, a ruby amongst the riffraff. Her mere presence should reassure my customers as to the quality of my... I believe I made myself clear. Pray relay my requirements to your guildmaster. Hello. You're from the Weavers Guild? I'm terribly sorry you had to come all this way. But you tell, I don't really want another dress, but father insisted, and when father insists, just want this over and done with, so please ask my father what he prefers, and I shall defer to his wishes. I have a feeling I'm going to gain a level on my weaver soon, too. Hello, Rose. Now you're back. So then, what manner of dress does our client desire? Something resplendent which isn't made of cotton, you say? You might have known his commission does rarely stipulate anything beyond ostentatiously expensive. And all for a poor girl who would rather the eyes of the world look the other way. Well, Vanya Silk would achieve the desired effort, though I doubt she would feel comfortable wearing such an extravagant dress. Velveteen, though, yes, Velveteen might work. Vanya Silk is level 50. A fine weave of cotton, yarn, and dynamite silk with a short, soft pile, beautiful yet subdued like our modest maiden. It'll be painstaking to prepare, but so be it. I shall see the patterns. Velveteen, I leave in your capable hands. Know that the bubble wire will not be satisfied with any ordinary fabric. It must be high quality. Well, I happen to have that, right? Oh, you want the Velveteen already? Yes. Here you go. Inspect that delightful cloth. It's been far too long since I last worked with quality Velveteen. You truly outdone yourself. Bubboy's daughter shall have a most magnificent dress. A pity she has no more like to wear it than her father. Though nothing would please me more than to be proven wrong. But I respect another dress is the last thing that girl needs. Alright, thanks for the money. And then we'll immediately go into the next quest. More deliveries. Has a job perfectly suited to your talents. There you are. I have a job that's absolutely perfect for you. Remember Wawaruka, the Miners Guild Quartermaster? Of course you do. Well, you'll be delighted to hear that he has finally come to appreciate the benefits of finer garments. And because he's impressed by the scarf and slops you wove for him, he's personally requested your services. I told him I would send you at the earliest opportunity. Well, what are you waiting for? This is the earliest opportunity. And I saw him on the way up to the middle up here. Oh, I thought he was up here. He's moved over here. Shortcut. Hi, Wawaruka. Hey, how's it going, Monica? Big Rose sent you, did he? And I asked for you by name, you know. Any round, I won't beat around the bush. I want the best damn pair of Velveteen gaiters you can make. I know what's a bloke like me want with fancy shoes like that. Well, the thing is, there's this girl. Is that the girl I just made the dress for? God, don't me spell it out. Last trouble is she's from a rich family. Proper rich, as in her servants have got servants that kind of rich. Which is why I've got to make a good impression. And to even have a chance of doing that, I need to be dressed up to the nines. Can't very well introduce myself to a lady like her looking like me. I think you'll be fine. I'm counting on you, lass. And I ain't letting Big Rose give this to me for free, neither. I got my pride, you know. It wouldn't feel right wearing a pair of swanky gaiters when I hadn't paid for. I think the Lady Lala would be just satisfied. She doesn't seem to like the garish dress. If we're talking about the same Lala. Oh, hello, Luca. I finished the footwear. Client is waiting. Do you have them? Yes. Inspect, please. So you can sell them. Take a look. High quality. Nice! They look good. They feel good. How does it make me feel like I look good? Bloody, and I bloody do and all. Sir, what is that? What are you wearing? Like my trousers to you, my pa, God's rest his soul, warm when he was first courting my mom. Never fail, these don't. Look at me, I feel alive, I feel ready, there's no stopping me now. But sir, I say, sir... Confound it all. That fashion sense. Well done, you can take solace in knowing that you did what you could. Perhaps I worry unduly, that girl may well be stirred by his earnest efforts. Maybe she is not. She may yet overlook his bizarre appearance, gaze deep into his eyes, and see the warm-hearted man within. Or she might see him and run screaming for the nearest brass blade. Alright, thanks for your money. Get to hear more about this romance. This rom-com. Another commission from a regular customer. Time to spare, there's a task I would like to assign you. Wadoka has requested your service once more. It seems his previous attempt to woo Kokomo has met with disastrous results as I predicted. It best to be told you the rest. Now run along, you know where to find him. Have to make him a whole wardrobe. Alright, do tell of that disaster that happened. Hey there, so Big Rose tell you that the brass blades chased me all over town? Ain't that bad, but Kokomo's pod did run me off. Calling me a disgusting pervert and whatnot. But I ain't giving up on her that easily. No, sir, she's something else, my darling Kokomo. See, one day I was making delivery to Bottle Wife's shop when these two boys walk in and start hassling the customers and staff. So I confront the youngins and it gets a little heated. Long story short, I have to make them leave. I'm a little roughed up at this point, as you might expect. Then here comes Kokomo, all grace and splendor, thanking me for what I've done. And when her eyes met, I suddenly realized that I can't hear a word she's saying because my heart's pounding harder and fiercer than the hammers. Till then, she was just a nice young girl helping her father, but then she had to go and look at me like that, and I wanted to say something, but my words left me that day. But I can do them, like I just need to do it properly, like a gentleman. After talking with the mates in the bar, I'm thinking a more conservative approach is in order. If I wore, say, a quality linen shirt, it would show that I'm a responsible, respectable man. I'll meet you at the guild for the fitting as usual, alright? Hello. Have you made your client's shirt yet? He seems quite eager to try it on. Yes, I did make it. Be stylish. I'm gonna wear like shitty bottoms now. This is far more appropriate than a leather harness. This is perfect. I never knew fancy clothes would be so comfortable. Sir, could you please explain how you chose those other garments? Well, that belongs to Goldsmith. I know it makes me look smarter and whatnot. The subligar is courtesy of another miner. He reckons that as men that work with mines ought to flaunt our chiseled bodies like this. And that trousers are overrated. It's another bad idea. The gauntlets and boots are the best-selling wares in my armorer's friend's shop. Big gaudy as you ask me, but if everyone else thinks fashionable, who am I to tell them different? Impressive. Fucking had to. You don't have to tell me. I can see you think the same. Because I've been such a fool. I should have asked my mates for advice from the start. Bad idea. Bad idea. But sir, I say, sir. How can he be so blind? It's absolutely, totally, in all other ways, inconceivable. He's hopeless. Utterly hopeless. Also, I noticed the cactuar on there. Beg your pardon, I don't know what came over me. If you'll excuse me. This Lalafell wears silly glamour. Yay, level 59! Commission for you, and a private request. You have an opportunity to help that fool of a miner, Wawaruka, but it will require some discretion. The guild has received another commission from Kokomo, that's to say, from her father most likely. Now, I would expect you to craft her high-quality garments that meet our exceptionally high standards. There's one thing I would have you do. When you meet with Kokomo at the Gold Court, I would have you subtly direct the conversation topic of Wawaruka. Try to discern what she thinks of the man. This is going to be a disaster. Hi, Kokomo. Need more clothes? I believe we have met once before. Uncles, thank you for coming. I'm sure you must be terribly busy with your many commissions. Did you say Wawaruka? He's one of your clients? Oh, what a coincidence. He visited the shop the other day. You should have seen Father's face when he chased him away. Thankfully, he didn't recognize him. Whatever possessed him to wear such a ridiculous outfit? It's a shame, really. It feels like he hasn't visited forever. I would have liked to have spoken with him. Yes, the commission. I'm in need of a pair of quality woolen tights. I should meet you at the guild for the fitting, correct? And until we meet again. Oh, I think she likes him. Just not a sense of style. Hi, Kokomo. Have you the tights? Yes, but I want to see what Kokomo says. I'm sure your tights will be excellent, but I know Master Rose will insist upon inspecting them first. I'll wait here until he says that they are ready. Alright. Have you the tights? Yes, all done. I've done everything up to level 50. Miss, if you would come with me. Proper tights, they're so soft and warm. I don't think I've ever worn such comfortable tights. This is just what I needed for all those evening parties Father makes me attend. The cold is becoming unbearable. I could wear these tights underneath my gowns and Father would never be the wiser. I realize he expects a great deal of you, but could you not simply refuse to attend? Should you not wish to devote your entire life to his business? I appreciate your concern, Master Rose, but it's not possible. He's my father. In that case, why not view it as an opportunity? Perhaps some enchanted evening you'll meet a charming young man. Don't be absurd. Waluka would never attend one of these dreadful parties. See? She likes him. Ah, forgive me, I know that you already had made the acquaintance of one such gentleman. Thank you for the leggings! I believe I must be going now. As if Father would ever accept him. Just get married already, Jesus! Well, Waluka's efforts were not in vain. If only I could convince the buffoon to wear something relatively normal next time. Well, we'll try on the next quest. Hey, it appears to be in high spirits. It was so simple. I've conceived of a plan to help poor Wawaruka. He came to me again with another ridiculous commission. Now I was completely at a loss to how to proceed, but then a stroke of genius. We simply change his order and dress him as we see fit. If we ignore his terrible taste in clothing and give him a stylish outfit, Bawai will have no cause to chase away, and he'll finally have a chance to speak with Kokomo. And I've just the outfit in mind for this commission. A beret, gown, and gaskins, all made from the finest wool. I dare say he'll be a man reborn when we've finished. So headpiece, chest piece, feet? What about legs? Is he going to wear something stupid again? Not necessarily we gain his approval before changing his commission like this, but I'm confident he will see the wisdom in my proposal. Hi, Wawaruka. What are you doing here? I told Big Rose what I wanted this time. Oh, he wants to change my order? Well, suppose that's alright. I know when it comes to fashion and all that, it seems I only make things worse when I try harder too. Braid gown and gaskins. Yeah, that sounds nice. I'll meet you there. Sounds fairly reserved this time. Hello. I suppose I'm rather eager to see how this particular commission turns out. Are Wawaruka's garments ready? Yes. Here, have all this. Turn him into a stylish young man. No doubt that these will suit him well. Alright, how's he look? I think we're done ourselves. Just look at him standing there, a vision of grace and refinement. No, I ain't. Depression. Something wrong? I believe they fit you perfectly, but if you desire adjustments... Now the clothes are great, Big Rose. Really, it's just... I'm sorry, this was a mistake. What are you saying? You look marvelous. Kokomo would be thrilled to receive such a dashing young caller. It's too late. On the way here, I saw her walking with this wealthy-looking fellow. Just the two of them. Watch them together in their fancy clothes. It looked right, Big Rose. Just like they were made for each other. I ain't one of them, don't you see? You can dress me in your finest silk, but I've still got more dirt under my nails than the girl has in her whole bleeding manse. I was a fool to think she would care for someone like me. I'll never be part of her world. Oh, the clothes! We need to help with his love. Leave him be. If he's determined to give up, then there's not much we can do for him. Though he would be far better served by letting Kokomo decide for herself. Waluka must find the courage to carry on. Only then will he stand a chance. Alright, well this last quest is gonna get them married. Just get married already. Lalafell marriage. President Rose is furrowing his brow most furiously. Uh-oh, what's going on now? Why are you so angry? If you've come to search work, I'm afraid I have nothing for you. However, there's something I would like to discuss with you. It concerns Kokomo and the young man currently courting her. You see, it is none other than... Big Rose, please, you gotta help me! Uh-oh, what's wrong? Clothes, I need new clothes. Please, sir, you must get a hold of us. Tell us what has driven you into this frenzy. He's gonna propose to Kokomo, Mama Jadu. He's gonna propose. I know I'm in my place and it might be just getting in the way, but damn it, I've got to tell her now. I feel how I feel before it's too late. But if I meet her wearing my usual duds, she'll reject me without a second thought. I need a fighting chance. I need you to best make me the finest clothes you can. You don't have to possess a heart of stone to refuse an impassioned plea like that. Wouldn't you agree? If we're going to send him against Mama Jadu, we must furnish him with such garments as befit his passion. Prepare a pair of, well, all sorts of patrician stuff. Ooh, is that a crafting set? I'll see the gloves and shoes. Each piece must be flawless without exception. Together we will fashion a suit of armor for our young warrior. Thank you! I won't fail you! Alright, patrician stuff. It's the level 50 crafter gear, I believe. Trust you understand what's at stake. Bring me a pair of bottoms, wedge cap, and a coatee. Well, guess what? I have all of that. Inspection. Your garments are ready, good sir. Allow me to assist you. Patrician's stylish clothes. Whoa, that is quite some finery. Gods almighty, is this really me? Hooray! I think it's quite possibly our finest work yet. I feel like I'm someone else, like a prince in a fancy ball, or... Sir, I have known princes. I'm pleased to say that you are nothing like they. I want to say thank you. I think I'm finally ready to see Kokomo. Just be yourself, dude. I advise you to make haste. I suspect Mama Jadu will make his intentions known ere long. What? Are you sure? I can't say for certain, but a little bird tells me that Mama Jadu and Kokomo are at present in the Gold Court, a location for a romantic proposal, wouldn't you agree? I gotta hurry while there's still time. Thanks, Big Rose. Be a dear and follow him. I would very much like to know how this all plays out. I hope we see a Lala marriage. Or another Lalafell headbutt. I'd be okay with seeing that too. Why are you hiding here? Go out. Be confident. Just be yourself. Wear stupid clothes. Man, this questline is just filled with Lalafell. Hi. Go say hi. And then the idiot had the gall to say that I knew nothing of business. To your plight, of course I don't. Why bother when you know the men who own them? Not impressed. When I speak to you, I expect your full attention. I'll teach you how to behave, woman. No. How dare you raise your hand against a lady? Headbutt him. Kokomo, are you alright? Do I know you, sir? It's me, Kokomo Wawaruka. I made a few deliveries to your father's shop. Not recently, I suppose, but... Wawaruka, but why are you here and why are you dressed like that? For you, Kokomo, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. I don't know who you are, but you will turn around and face me right this... The fuck do you want? Screw off, bitch. You made a powerful enemy today, my friend. Wait, is he an enemy or a friend? That's right, you can fuck off. I've never seen anyone stand up to Mama Jadu like that before. I suppose they like the proper motivation. I was hoping you'd come visit again, but then you kept wearing such strange outfits. Promise me you won't do that again. He can't promise that. That's who he is. As you wish. Alright, everything's fine. He's still gonna have no fashion sense, right? I'm back and it looks like it went well. Tell me everything. Huh, I would like to have seen that. How did I learn Mojo's plans, you ask? From the man himself, of course. He's not the sort to keep his grand designs private. You must understand some rank sentimentalist. I have acted only in my capacity as a weaver to help a client, just as you have. As for our young couple, well, to be frank, calling them a couple is a tad premature. But why will Dallas have objections given to Wawaruka's modest origins? Nevertheless, I think our young gentleman has finally found the courage to stand up for himself. You should be proud. This could be the beginning of a beautiful relationship, one which would owe much to your skill. Well done. Alright, all finished. Your quests for A Realm Reborn are all done. Please do story. There's also alchemist things to do here. Oh, right, this douchebag. Guildmaster's Severian's foul mood hints at another unwanted task awaiting your assistance. You steer me the most delicate stage of my experiments. Your timing is, that is to say, my dear assistant, your timing could not be more fortuitous. For you see, once again, my incorrigible colleagues have forced upon me a most unstimulating assignment. You can imagine my consternation of this continued effrontery, but when I consider the ease with which you performed your prior task and my desire to find a greater challenge to test your alchemical aptitude, the solution to this onerous situation becomes glaringly obvious. Thus do I turn over this misappointed duty to a more fitting recipient. Your test is to manufacture a pinch of the highest quality natron. You do understand that this order cannot be filled with any average sample, right? It has to be high quality. There you go, here's how you do high quality. Well, guess what? It's finished. How fare you in the quest for quality natron? I understand only too well the lure of attaining perfection, but for an alchemist, the timing of results must also be a consideration. Well, here you go. Inspect it, and be not impressed. Let us make the fruits you layer. Yes, the substance indeed natron, and what a pinch of powdery magnificence it is. With this level of quality, will perform wonders in any field of application. I would not be surprised to see our client return time and time again for more and more. You shall be doomed to create nothing but your wondrous powder for the rest of your living years. Lest you think that a jest, I would have you realize the sheer range of practical use of this material. It is found in the manufacture of glass, the treatment of wool, and even in the mixing bowls of culinarians. The alchemy is required to produce natron. The substance is of far greater value to many other disciples. Yes, you always need natron. This way, the benefits of alchemy discovery find their way into every facet of civilized life. The era which, when we alchemists were branded as crazed heretics, is now all but forgotten page in the history books. Not that I'm overly concerned with such opinions. The current attitude of acceptance merely allows me to continue my research with relative freedom, you understand. The manner in which my work might eventually be put to use is of little interest to me compared to the results themselves. I do not seek to contribute to the well-being of society, nor amass a glittering fortune overnight. No, my entire being is focused upon one thing and one thing only. Soon I'll have one last task for you to perform. Once done, I shall for you to assist me during my ascent to the absolute pinnacle of alchemy. Sure? More chores? Alright, Severian Snape. Guildmaster wishes to once more engage the progress of your alchemical mastery. I see you have further immersed yourself in the bog of alchemical pursuit. The time is ripe to once more gauge the degree of mastery you have thus far attained. And as if by divine providence, a task suited to just such a purpose has been but recently landed on my workbench. The client requests the creation of 3 high-quality flasks of weak blinding potion. A sublime toxin indeed. Do not flinch from the mention of poison. If one needs to learn the art of preserving life, one must also become intimate with death and destruction. Yes, with but a single spoonful of a chosen concoction, alchemy can restore health or cause grievous harm. This is the perfect initiation into the deeper secrets of our discipline. Do not tarry a moment longer. To work! I mean, I'm already done. Take care that the blinding potions you are especially efficacious. The creation of such exquisitely dangerous substances is a reward in itself. Well, here you go. Good old bottles of blind. I'll grasp the strands of inky darkness swirling within these baleful brews. Though it may appear lethal, this concoction is not designed to steal life, only sight. An unpleasant mix of bat remnants and quicksilver, my eyes begin to water at just the thought of the ingredients. Such potions as you have created hold the potential for all manner of dastardly deeds. Bear the flash with pride as you deliver them into the hands of the Mikoti lass who awaits you in Pearl Lane. And no, I have not forgotten her name. She apparently did not give one when she left the order. I know only that the lass is affiliated with one of Oda's resident bandit gang. Swiftly now, let us not test their patience. Wait. Giving blinding potions to a bandit? Wabulia. You're the head potion brewer's lackey, are you? Let's have the goods then. I mean, here you go. Bah, I see Seren did nothing but to put a stop to this. He should know full well the consequence of handing over such dangerous substances to a criminal organization. Confused, I believe of the Sultan sworn. I infiltrated the notorious robber gang, the Velvet Hands, after learning of their plans to attempt a bloodless heist at the palace. An attempt I can only assume is meant to emulate Mistbeard and his legendary act of larceny. These blinding potions were to be a key element in their scheme. Wondering how your guildmaster would handle a request for such unsavory elements, I insinuated myself into a position to receive the delivery. His lack of restraint is disappointing, but not entirely unexpected. He is not the man he once was. Oh, certainly Serena has always had a passion for his work, but ever since the tragic events of the Calamity, it has become an all-consuming obsession. Your Supreme might as well have upended one of these flasks over his own head for the little he sees of the world that flows unnoticed around him. Would you take a message back to the guild for me? I want you to tell Seren to cease this insane quest of his. At first I thought the distraction of his research might prove beneficial, but he has lost all sense of self-control. No, my sister would never countenance his destructive behavior. I will have Wonaja return to me. He's like, you're being told to stop this buffoonery. You're absent too long. Too long! You thought he was well received, yes? She demanded that I return Wonaja? Ah, I see you have not met the cold-hearted and conniving... you have met the cold-hearted and conniving Wubulia. I have not the slightest intention of giving up on Wonaja now. I must remain focused on the successful culmination of my greatest experience, so that I might tell her. But these matters have no place in our discussion. Once again, you have spared me a bothersome interruption and proven your alchemical expertise in so doing. From this day forth, I shall think of you no longer as my lackey, but as an assistant in truth. Soon we shall achieve the ultimate expression of alchemy. I bid you return to your studies and prepare for that glorious moment. Somehow I have a bad feeling about this. Alright, assigns you a minor task. Eagerly have I waited your return, my able assistant. Does your chest not ache with the intake of every excited breath? Do you not tremble in joyous anticipation as your hand reaches forth, seeking to nudge open the door into the realm of alchemy's most sought-after secrets? You do? Well, try to ignore that feeling for now. Before we can fully commit ourselves to our research, there remains a few irksome details that must first be addressed. As I speak of these unending orders from the guild, brew this potion, concoct that elixir, hug, surely you grow as weary as I of these constant demands in our precious time. We must be allowed to concentrate. I have an idea to end these nibbling distractions that involves you. March over to Dietrich's desk and petition for a complete cessation of these interruptions. I'd handle it myself, but I fear the man's become unheedful of my words. Not a very stand-up guildmaster. I think I like Gigi more. Alright, now Seren demands to be spared from any further official guild duties. I am a simple receptionist. How can I possibly deflect the expectations of our senior members? His obsessive research is wearing thin the patience of both colleagues and clients alike. I fear we can never restore at least a modicum of goodwill. His attempts to redirect tasks will be met with the staunchest opposition. I doubt our guildmaster realizes the precarious state he finds himself in. It is only his substantial skill in alchemy that convinces others to tolerate his growing eccentricity. That said, many would gladly trade that skill if it would return him to his former, somewhat less manic self. Nature was not always like this, but ever since the calamity robbed him of his one true love, I have witnessed him transform into this feverish madman, desperately racing through experiment after experiment. I delve into areas best left unexplored. We should return to the topic at hand. Of the various orders the guild seeks needs met, the one of highest priority is a request for a vial of high ether commissioned by one of the more valued patrons. I would suggest you lend your focus to this particular assignment and create an uncommonly potent sample for delivery. Perhaps then it would be enough to both satisfy the patron and allow enough forbearance to free the guildmaster of other tasks. I hesitated to encourage this kind of behavior, of course, but I realized what Master Severan's work means to him. And I would be grateful if you could keep an eye on him. I fear for his well-being, and you are the closest thing he has to a friend. Hello, almost friend. Well, did you browbeat that Dietrich fell into submission? Ah, conditional surrender. I suppose a single vial of high ether is a small price to pay. But then I'll be said that my assistant fails to deliver. You'll need to employ advanced and somewhat involved alchemical techniques to produce the elevated quality of high ether required. Best you begin at once. I mean, I'm done. How does your work progress? Have you still can copy that remarkably efficacious high ether? Yes, I have. Yes, rejoice, my impressively adept assistant, for you have forged the key to our freedom. Who could not be moved by such a masterful example of mana-restoring splendor? Mayhap your post and career lies in the manufacture of this wonderful substance. You would, I suspect, need to purchase coffers that might overflow with coin. Even among alchemy's more incredible inventions, the manufacture of either stands out as a singularly profitable venture. It is innovation that changed the face of battle. Mages were no longer limited by their natural reserves of etheric energy. A few swallows of alchemical brilliance, and a sorcerer could fuel another barrage of spells. It cannot, of course, sustain their powers indefinitely, as we have already discussed. Any potion taken in excess becomes the equivalent of poison. Oh dear, was I lecturing again? It is difficult to contain my passion for alchemy with the goal of my labors looming so close on the horizon. You have accomplished a minor miracle today, my dear citizen. With all obstructions to our research thus adroitly removed, let us move on to the final stage of experiments. Still have a bad feeling about this. Your experiments don't sound very good. Alright, Guildmaster appears beside himself with excitement. Stop huffing glue in your experiments. Hello. Never been my tardy assistant. I feared I would have to begin applauding myself. Did you bring the wine to toast this momentous occasion? No? Well, no matter. Let's not waste time with such extraneous celebrations. The ecstatic rush of triumph within my breast has me sufficiently intoxicated. For at long last unlocked the secrets to the ultimate expression of alchemy. After countless hours of research and experiments, too numerous to mention, I finally hold in my hand the exact recipe required to effect my heart's desire. Come, my astute apprentice, we shall swing wide the gates of alchemical history. You will aid me by conducting a share of all the necessary ingredients. Your task entails the creation of 3 high potions of strength, and as you have most likely deduced, they should be brews of extraordinary potency. While you're mixing those vials of vigor, I'll be occupied with my own preparations. There's much work to be done for the both of us. Well, I'm already done. Well, do you have those high potions of strength? Remember, only the most splendid samples are suitable for process this demanding and delicate. Well, I mean, here you go. You can expect how wonderful they are. I shall have to improve the quality of the materials I prepared if they are to be successfully combined with yours. Merely holding on to the vows, I can feel tendrils of might seeping into my weary frame. You have done well to preserve the power inherent in the limbs of a bog Yarzan. While these concoctions would be even the scrawniest of men with the strength to rival Rauger himself, if all the ingredients match this level of quality, our success in this endeavor is assured. Did I perhaps fail to mention exactly what the most ambitious of alchemic processes was intended to achieve? Well, rather than communicating both with an extremely lengthy and technical explanation, it may be faster to simply exhibit the results. This is, after all, the culmination of years of dedication and sacrifice. It may very well be that my efforts will end in misery, but one must at least make the attempt or suffer the endless guilt of inaction. The time for talk is at an end. I shall now begin the process. From this moment onwards, I must needs have unbroken concentration and solitude. Your assistance has been most appreciated. Aside from myself, you shall be the first to discover what the ultimate alchemical technique has achieved. Time for a bad idea. Is this a bad idea? It's probably a bad idea. And level up. In frantic need of your assistance. More assistance? This is beyond comprehension. My experiments were conclusive, and yet there remains some fatal flaw in the process. Where does the fault lie? The method? The materials? My interpretation of the results? Must I resort to thaumaturgy after all? No, such unusual way is not but a mockery of life. What an utter failure. I must retrace my steps, start again from the beginning. No matter how many times it takes, I will see my alchemy succeed. You, assistant, bring me 3 mega potions, 1 each of intelligence, mind, and vitality, and they must be of unquestionable quality. I care not for excuses. I need you to... Please, my friend, I need your help. Don't change the mega potions. And do not think to fool me with some batch of mediocre marvels. I have all of them. Be satisfied and get ready for your bad experiment. These are suitably superb. As ever, your work is swift, precise, and uncommonly brilliant. Black Scorpion to sharpen one's will, Iron Man membrane for the mind, boiled grenade ash to fuel vitality. Boiling grenade ash sounds explosive. All the necessary components in the alchemic process I attempted earlier. The self-same one that ended ended so abominably. On that matter, I offer my apologies. I was so unwaveringly confident of success that my failure put me in a frenzy to gather a new batch of reagents post-haste. And to manage such a feat quickly meant I could not do it alone. I was able, however, to prepare another incomparable mega potion of strength while we were at work on these potations. Properly combined, these 4 of the primary attributes, strength, vitality, intelligence, mind, can affect mortal resurrection. And now, my dear assistant, you understand I hope to achieve with this highest of alchemy. Does this revelation shock you? Did you think the dead beyond our reach? That is certainly the common perception, and even I am forced to acknowledge the seeming insanity of my actions. But I believe in alchemy's unlimited potential. It was the cause of my regret, and it shall be the source of my salvations. I spent too long on this path to veer from it now. Do you recall the time we spoke of Wanaja? She was the elder sister of Wabula, the Mikori to whom you delivered those potions of blindness. Wanaja is my one and only love. She was taken from me during the calamity. But I will see her live again. I will not rest until the day I can tell her the one thing she must know. I mean, we learned bad things happen with alchemy to bring people back to life by watching Full Metal Alchemist, right? Alright, is this when the final experiment's gonna go badly? Appears to have isolated the missing element in his work. Somehow I don't think it's gonna work. Hello! Is that you, my Lord? I've done it. I've isolated the flaw. My understanding of the process was incomplete. Surely, simply reviving Wanaja's corporeal form was insufficient. In order to call her spirit and bind it to her body, I needed an anchor of sorts, some manner of memento that she would recognize. But I have no such physical memories, no material object that she might have treasured. That is why I must have you visit her sister, Obulia, and ask if she might spare me a keepsake. Meanwhile, I will start on the prepper. You seem tired. A moment of dizziness, nothing more. If I must, I shall work in my sleep. It would not be the first time, but if all goes to plan, such extremes would not be necessary. Things you do for love. Namely pushing children out of towers. Hello, Bulia. Sorry, I need something of Wanaja's? Something's treasured? Yet persist in this madness of his. I do not, Serene believes, seek to forget my dear sister. There are still nights when I lie awake wishing I had the power to change the past. Wanaja and I were once insatiable wanderers, like you see. We traveled the world practicing the arts of conjuring. It was in Oldo, however, where we found a home and where Wanaja found Severian. Though the son of a wealthy noble house, he spoke constantly of mastering the secrets of alchemy. My sister thought his childlike passion endearing, and he was smitten by her gentle attentions. I wished them naught but happiness. Yet as was true for many in Erosion, the night of the calamity brought a brutal end to their joy. I had volunteered to join the allied forces, and perhaps feeling a twinge of our old wanderlust, Wanaja chose to join me. It became her last adventure. I have nothing left to remember her by, and even if I did, I would not give it to you. But to force Self-Story's inevitable insistence, I will at least provide you with a direction for your futile quest. You might try speaking with the adventurers in the quicksand or merchants at the Ruby Road Exchange. My sister had her fair share of admirers. Perhaps one of them will hold the key you seek. Information gathering time. Speak with all these people. Hi, Elvian. Wanaja? Oh, yes. Oh my, yes, I knew her. I had of her effortless talent. If I had tried to actually use the wand of which she was so fond, I would likely have fainted from the exertion. She didn't let me hold it once, though. The exact name of the weapon escapes me, but I could tell it was enhanced with quick tongue materia. It was a grade 3 stone, if it matters. That's a Lalafell name if I ever saw one. Then I Wanaja? Nah, it's been some time since I last heard that name. Wanaja and Lula, the famous conjurer sisters. I thought myself quite the fortunate fellow indeed to have run across them in my travels. Heard that the elder did not survive the calamity. I should have liked to see her wield that wand of hers one more time. Such grace, such beauty. Lalayoma. That's the Lala name. Who? Ah, the elder of the conjurer sisters. Spoke with her once or twice, I did. This was in that wand she carried. Budding rosewood, if I recall, and not the standard model either. It seems she had it specially made. She got a stunning figure in that robe of hers, too. I meant to ask her about it the next time we met, but I never got the chance. Such a shame. Deliver a budding rosewood wand, melded with quick tongue materia. Oh, I have already got that completed. Fuck, my inventory is a mess. I'm back. Have you acquired a suitable memento to act as Wanaja's anchor? I am sure her sister would know if such object exists. Why don't you use this? So Wanaja's rosewood wand, I would recognize it anywhere. You say you crafted this weapon? My wonderful son, you are truly full of surprises, though my love may never have held this particular wand. It's similar enough to the original to serve our purpose. Yes, I could spend the remainder of the day explaining to you the underlying principle of ethereal anchors, but let us carry on with the alchemy, shall we? Now that we have all the necessary materials, I once again begin the painting process. Stay with me this time, my patient apprentice. You deserve to see the fruits of our labor firsthand. Is it gonna go well? Alchemy to preserve the body. The components are in place. We should see a result within moments. It would not be the result you desire. Obulia! Return to me, my sister's remains. You have had your chance, Severine. The process was smooth. Everything went perfectly. Even now, Wanaja struggles free from death's covetous grasp. Why do you persist on deluding yourself? The gift of life is not within alchemy's power to give. That miracle belongs only to the gods. I will not forsake Wanaja's memory as you have. The limitless potential of alchemy is beyond your understanding. You foolish, stubborn man. Stop. Stop fighting, both of you. Is it truly you? Spirit, you look awful. Have you been up all night again? Some new subject of research? I was working on something important, terribly important, but I'm done with that now. I must tell you how sorry I am. When I think back on the days we spent together, I remember naught but your quiet smile as you listened to me blather on and on about my work. It was ever the same scene, repeated over and over. There was so much more I could have done for you, so many ways I could have made you happy. Please forgive me. That passion is what I love most about you. She's gone. No, she'll never be gone, not while I'm here to remember her. Do you mind if Bluya has them on? Though a poor substitute for her sister's body has been touched by Wanaja's spirit? Sure. As for myself, my regrets have been laid to rest. I may even sleep into bed this time. This night. Alright, is the crazy gone out of him? It is strange, though. Though it has been scant moments since I stood at the very peak of my discipline, I am filled with an inexplicable ambition. I stand free to devote myself to new alchemical pursuits. I might even consider shouldering a portion of the guild's commissions. Without your help, I don't know what I would have that I would survive my obsession. You were without a doubt the finest assistant any alchemist could have. I thank you. Now that you have conquered this mountain with me, what will be your next endeavor? The realm of alchemy has no boundaries. The possibilities are endless. Alright, alchemy quests are finished. It's like, finish the story now. Alright, but we still have carpentry and leatherworking to do back over in Gridania. So I think I'll start with that next time, because I just spent all day running around talking to craftsmen. Alright, next time, more talking to craftsmen. Thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!